Dangerous ball in, that's Dennis Toomey. Dangerous one in towards your Sweetman. But in Valley there was more, but still the chance is not over. And in Valley was more. But in it from Jody Nynan. Well, good afternoon and welcome here to Park Urine for this, the Cork County Junior A hurling championship between the team you see in the picture here, Courcey Rovers and Blarney. And this is the 17th of October, the day, of course, also of the replay of the County Senior Hurling Championship, which was a draw between Carbery and St Finbarrs last week. We are way up here high on top of the stand in a platform that it makes one feel a little bit nervous, so bear with us if we're a bit shaky now and then. There's not really one that gains confidence with us. Anyway, looking here at the Courcey Rovers team lining up for their photograph, a team I've seen playing in the last few weeks against Castle Lions in the championship, and I think they've performed very well indeed, and expect good things of them this afternoon. The line out for them has in goals Michael Callahan, a few changes from the last day. John O'Donoghue 2, DJ Riley number 3, and Michael Roach the left corner. Gone out to right half back, starting the corner last day, Brian Downing. Doran Quinn still stay in the centre, Dennis Hurley still on the left. Dennis Toomey 8 and Charlie White, no change in centre field for them. Jamie Hayes, who came on the last day, is retained forward. Seamus Toomey still in the centre and Donald Crowney on the left. The full forward line is the same really, but there's a few, they're switched around a little bit in it. Donny Nynan now is wearing 13 on the right. Full forward Dermot Cochrane, and top of the left, Josh Sweetman, the man there seen the picture with the white cage in the background. And Ger, as I said, must have been so delighted to have got that goal the last day against Aidan Barry from Castle Lions, because he tried so hard to get him, and Aidan was being very tough and just keeping them out, but he got the goal that was all important to Courcey Rovers. I'm quite sure that they're coming in here looking forward to this game, been a while since they've been here at this stage, and I'm sure that they themselves look forward to it, and having had experienced 2 games already in the first round, well, they could play on it. And I'll run down the black team. There's a few positional changes, no changes in personnel. In goals, Fairham Kelly, Darrell Murphy right corner, Dolan Combe has moved back to number 11 and gone in full back. Dennis Buckley left corner. Conor Maney right half. Centre back now is Red Coleman. Number 3 is moved out centre back. Stephen O'Donoghue left half back. Pat Barry still at centre field, and he's partnered now by Brian Sheehan, the minor. Thomas Harrington has moved into centre forward. Gary Nagle, the left half. Thomas Harrington centre, and John O'Keefe is left half forward. All right, sorry. Gary Nagle is the right and John O'Keefe left half forwards. Top of the right, Anthony Murphy, Fintan Coleman and Simon O'Donoghue, and that's the line of the Blarney team. The substitutes for Courcey Rovers are Judd Donovan, Kevin Hannon, John Murphy, John Roach, Larry Austin, Willie Sweetman, Larry Donovan, Christy Cochran and Anto Hegarty. Substitutes for Blarney are Ray Murphy, Ian O'Riordan, Michael O'Regan, Paul Hoare, Michael Downey and Tim McSweeney. And they're the line out for this afternoon, and well, very soon the referee will get it all organised. We have a fine, lovely afternoon here for hurling, and we're looking forward indeed to what should hope to be a good match.
So on the subs.
And you can see the referee here once more. Actually, he's the referee to the last 2 matches for Courcey Rovers. That's Eddie Murphy. And Eddie refereeing this game again this afternoon. Eddie, of course, comes from Douglas. I don't know if I said Douglas or Bishopstown the last day I was refereeing, actually. But Eddie, anyway, comes from Douglas. Looking down here at some of the Courcey players, as I said, 2 thrilling games. There's Josh Sweetman, the man I was talking about a while ago, wearing the face mask. And I'm not sure if it's Ger or Willie there. Some years ago I made a wedding down in Ballinspittle, and he was after getting a cut across the nose and up the chin playing hurling, but it was one of those 2 Sweetmans anyway. And Dennis Toomey, great game in 2 matches, very good midfielder indeed. And Courceys have a great sprinkle of players. I must say I don't know an awful lot about Blarney, except that they have a good tradition of hurling. And the last time I filmed Blarney, they're also generally very accurate, very dangerous when he's taking frees, and also around the goal mouth. But I filmed Blarney in a mid-cock football final against Blarney a couple of years ago, in which they lost. And I remember that year Blarney were going for the double, and I don't think they won either in the end. So Dermot Cochran, as far as I know, the man in the red helmet down there. Or it's not, it's Dennis Hurley, the other man in the red helmet. Dennis Hurley, a player who is also outstanding. John O'Donoghue, can remember him from the 2 games as well. In the first game particularly, he was the big difference in keeping Courceys in the first game on the first day. Eddie Murphy getting the players lined up in the middle of the field. As I said, there's a change there. You see wearing number 6, it's Brian Sheehan. He's gone midfield instead of centre back, and gone out there as the full back, Raymond Coleman. So a few moves around from them. Matter of interest, there was a Junior B county hurling final on just before this game, and that was Ballygibnan who beat Belgooley in that, eventually by 3 goals, but it really wasn't that. Now they're standing for a minute's silence.
Who was laid to rest yesterday. Michael was an outstanding follower of our games. I was an excellent clubman with Blarney for many years. Yesterday, got even on him.
As I said there, a minute's silence. Unfortunately, as I was rambling on, I didn't get his name. Eddie Murphy blows the whistle, and well, very soon he's going to get this match underway. Well, will Courceys, the southeast, I think I remember the first game I was calling them southwest, but they're the southeast representatives. I hope I'm right this time now. And Blarney, the mid-cock representatives. Then it's Toomey, Charlie Weiss. And there it goes, Eddie Murphy started the game, and well, we've just roughly 60 minutes or thereabouts to go to see who'll go to the final. The other semi-final between Kilworth and Finn Rovers going on this later on to see. And there's a free in already, and a chance here now for Courceys. Looking across, and you can see a lovely bit of sunshine here. Matter of fact, it's shining right across those people on the far side there. Up here where I'm up in the top of the hill, there is a bit of a wind, and it's not, we say, that warm where I am up on top of the shed here, but on top of the stand of it, that's the shed. And once ago, I'm back on with the game. Got out inside by Donna Murphy. Brian Sheehan getting it away for Blarney to attack. Back as far as Donald Quinn. Donald Quinn trying to get it out. But a chance coming here now to Anthony Murphy. Anthony Murphy shot is half blocked down. And it comes in as far as he's full forward. Fintan Coleman. Left hand pass back once more to Anthony Murphy. Anthony Murphy's all shot is well blocked down over there by John O'Donoghue. John, as I said, a very good player. Now this is with the number 50, O'Donoghue. Simon O'Donoghue twisting, turning, and he's sending a dangerous one in. But Mike Callahan watches it all the way in. Michael, plenty of time, gathers that one as the crouch here need, and he clears away out to the middle of the field. All breaking loose, no one claiming. Brian Sheehan trying to get onto it once more. In there also with him is Ray Coleman. Ray Coleman peering out a little bit further. As far as he's number 9, that's Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington, who's gone in on Donald Quinn from the very start of the game, wins a free. It's a free in. And a chance here for Blarney now with just a minute and a half to go to put their name on the scoreboard. Coming up to take it, a man here in the green helmet. Very helpful when fellas wear different colour helmets, because eventually you get to know them easy, and it's easy in the old commentary, easy on the old mind and the eyes and the nerves as well. So Stephen O'Donoghue, this is the man from Blarney. Chance once here, this is almost in the 65-yard line. Sends it high, it's dropping into the hands again of Michael Michael Callahan, and referee is going to have a word with Anthony Murphy there and saying take it a bit easier. He's taking his name actually, putting him into the black book. So a free out to Courcey Rovers. As I was saying, Ballygiblin, County Junior B hurling champions. And that's a competition that Castle Lyons won, I think just 2 years ago now, the team that Courcey Rovers beat in the first round of the championship. Blarney beat Aberdeen Rovers by 4 points in their first round as well. Coming out now, 29, he leaves it to Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey on a break here, great good player, I'm saying all the time. Great chance, this one's low one in, chance here for Jer Sweetman. Jer can get it in his hand, trying hard, tries to pass it out here as far as Donald Crowley. But Donald Crowley now is coming under a bit of pressure, trying to get inside the half-back. He shot his half blocked down by Conor Manny. Again it goes, mixed up there with Charlie White and Donald. Charlie now has it, but no, Charlie doesn't have it. And it's got, and it's cleared out once more by Gary Nagle for Blarney. Whipped on and got it a bit further on by John O'Keefe. Now Blarney can attack. This game's starting off quite exciting already. Over to number 15, Simon O'Donoghue. Simon O'Donoghue floats a dangerous ball in towards the centre. DJ coming out it. DJ tussling with Fintan Coleman. 3 Colemans on this team. And it comes in out to the number 9, Thomas Harrington with a chance. But Mike Callahan watching it. Doesn't play well indeed. A chance once more. Anthony Murphy trying to get it now. Anthony's been put under a bit of pressure inside. But he gets his shot still in. Right across the middle, a chance once more. This comes, oh, Simon's shot is well blocked down by, I think it's Donald Quinn that time will get to him. The black helmets there must get the Courcey, that's get a few different colours, like this man Dennis Hurley. And Dennis Hurley gets and clears it out as far as Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey now sends a shot way underneath us here. Pretty awkward at times to just turn the camera down onto underneath the stand in this side. As I said, there's a very big high bar. What happened? You don't want to know, but you know about the match. It's just Sweetman's shot going in. A chance here, trying to get in with Dermot Cochran. Dermot couldn't get to it. And a race across now. A little push that time on the back, but again getting away with the Seamus Toomey. Seamus Toomey on a run, a solo run. Hurley's come flying around him there from the number 4, Dennis Buckley, but eventually it's picked up and cleared out by Doran Coleman. Doran Coleman sends it right out underneath us here. The fake on a bit further, and into attack once more comes Blarney. Simon O'Donoghue. Simon under pressure from Brian Downing. Brian Downey, who they seem to keep consisting to call him Brian Downey in the programme, but Brian Downing, I thought was his name. Comes out to the number 12, that's John O'Keefe. His shot goes very close to keep it in on the ground that time. I think that was DJ O'Reilly, but anyway it's gotten eventually cleared out for Courcey Rovers right into the shadow here. Dennis Hurley now with it. Dennis Hurley turning with his left-handed shot and a good clearance once more for Dennis Hurley. Still into the shadows underneath the stand here. Push there on, well, the referee says nothing, on Don Crowley, and it's back with the corner back Dennis Buckley. Dennis Buckley and Darrell Murphy seem to have switched corners for Blarney. Blarney made a lot of changes already in this game. Got and cleared out by John O'Keefe once more. Into the hands of the, no, this is John O'Keefe, number 12. And his shot breaks into the middle. John O'Donoghue can't get it. Anthony Murphy on it. Anthony Murphy seems to have switched corners as well. Anthony Murphy, little hand pass back in inside here. This is his other corner for Simon O'Donoghue. And Simon O'Donoghue puts it over the bar for the opening score for Blarney. With just, I make it almost 5.5 minutes gone. And Blarney get the opening score. That time by the number 15, the man down here, Simon O'Donoghue. So the 2 corner forwards have switched wings. Maybe that's the way they line up. But I normally would put 13 on the left and the 15 on the right. So the cornerbacks seem to be the same. This is the number 7. He's on the right side. That's Stephen O'Donoghue. Man with the green helmet. Gets it in a bit further towards Anthony Murphy again. Anthony Murphy now giving John O'Donoghue quite test so far in this game. This looks a nice shot and it's over the bar. So Blarney have gone 2 points up with just less than 6 minutes gone, and the 2 fouls now have got the scoring. It's 2 to Blarney, no score to Courcey Rovers. And Courcey Rovers not settling yet in this game. Good puck out once more for Mike Callahan. Breaking down, little flick on by Seamus Toomey. Going to middle, whacked out once more by Stephen O'Donoghue. But Stephen O'Donoghue's shot now is blocked down over here by his number 8, Pat Barry. Pat Barry trying to get Blarney once more attacking. Blarney putting all the pressure on the moment. Anthony Murphy, with this time John O'Donoghue gets the best of him and nicely flicking the ball high up onto his Hurley. Gets down towards Doran Crowley. Doran Crowley down there tussling with the number 5, Conor Manny. It's back again. That's Brian Sheehan. He got his helmet already. And Brian Sheehan trying to get this one from Blarney into attack. Comes to Thomas Harrington. He leaves it once more to Simon O'Donoghue. Simon, a little hand pass into the middle, into his number 10, and that's Gary Nagle. And Gary Nagle's shot is going out to the left, and it's gone wide. Just a little interesting thing there I saw in the programme. There you see the scoreboard. Points. Down in the field there's very little or no wind whatsoever. Up here right there's a little bit more wind than you would think, and it's inclined to be a little bit shaky. And if you're nervous of heights, like some of us are, then it seems a lot more shaky than maybe what it is. Anyway, out it goes. Seamus Toomey tossing out there with Ray Coleman. Ray Coleman falling him, it's a free in. No chance once more here. Probably Donny Ninehan will come out to take it. and put it in. There's Dennis Toomey in picture. But interesting, I said Blarney are one of the first four that we found it here in Cork when the GA was founded in Cork way back in the 19th century with Tower, Cork Nationals and St Finbarrs. They were the first four clubs in the county, and only Finbarrs who are also playing this afternoon. Watch this one anyway, we'll see what happened. Goes to left and wide. All these things count, they're very important as the afternoon goes on. But Finbarrs, of course, having the replay of the senior championship down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh later on against Carberry. This is Darragh Murphy to take the puck out. Darragh Murphy, good one, way out to the middle. Underneath it, grabbing it, holding it. He's under a bit of pressure, and that's Stephen O'Donoghue. The referee says the pressure was illegal, and it's a free once more to Blarney. And at the moment, Blarney, as I said, putting on most of the pressure on Courceys. They just seem to be very tensed or something. They're not as relaxed as they were in the last few games. A bit more tense. And they've been blessed in the past few weeks with good weather. This comes out once more on a chance here for the number 11, I think it is. That's Don, no Don, because it's not number 11. Maybe it's John. We have a look at his number here now if he turns down to me. It's the number 10, Gary Nagle. So Gary Nagle, with just over 8 minutes gone, gets the third point for Blarney. Once more Blarney into attack, and they really are putting on the pressure. Courcey Rovers just not really settling down. John Dunhook gets it, but he doesn't get very far because it comes to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe into Anthony Murphy. Anthony Murphy now for Blarney on the run. Got a lovely point a while ago and gets another one now. His second point of the game. So just under 9 minutes gone in this first half, and it's 4 points to Blarney. No score to Courcey Rovers. So we're going to see what's going to happen now. The puck out by Michael Callahan. Michael Callahan, good long puck out. Whatever bit of breeze is down there, it actually is favouring Courcey Rovers in this first half. And it seems, since the game started, even he seems to have got up a little bit stronger. Coming out to Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle, a little push from Charlie White there. Charlie gets a little push back from Gary Nagle. And now Gary Nagle trying to get all good, nice tough one. Charlie hooks on a little bit to his partner, Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey just flicks it on another small bit. Come into the shadow once more, out of the line ball to Blarney. So, Blarney, as I said, with a lot of tradition indeed in hurling. Shouts there, Dennis Hurley, stay with him. Yes, the tension and the excitement down there. I suppose semi-final stage is always a very hard stage to be at. That time, Dennis Toomey figured he was being pushed and heaved out over it. The other way, the linesman just says it's a line ball, and it's a line ball once more to Blarney. And here we are in Christy Ring Park. Park named in the memory of a man who gave so much pleasure to people over the earlier years here. And would he ever have thought that a soccer pitch would be named after him eventually, that the GA would take it over and call it after him? But it's well appointed field and great field for playing, I'm sure. But of course, when it comes to Simon O'Donoghue, Simon O'Donoghue charges in there, but he still gets his shot in and he puts it over the bar. So the two corner forwards now have got 2 points each, and we have 10.5 minutes gone. And the other man to get the score is the half forward, Gary Nagle. So 5 points, no score, in favour of Blarney. The men in the all red, both of course wearing red and white, so the spectators are a bit confused this afternoon to know who's from who. The chance here once more. This side to Diarmaid Cochran. Diarmaid Cochran takes a shot, but oh, it goes outside. Outside of it. I thought Diarmaid Cochran's shot, it came off the goalkeeper, Phelim Kelly, and it hit the upright. And I actually thought that that one had gone in, but it hit the outside of the netting. And that would be would have been very handy for Courcey Rovers if they could have got that one indeed. Now to come to Donny 9, and now Donny with a chance here from the 65. As I say, whatever bit of breeze is there, even though it is getting stronger as the afternoon goes on, is favouring Courcey Rovers. As far as I know, Donny is the captain of Courcey Rovers. He's bending now, lifts it, strikes it nicely. It's dropping shorter. Hurley's go for it, breaks to, oh, once more, the Phelim Kelly has gone out over the inline. He just saw that at the last minute with all the players in front of him, and it nearly sneaked in and past him, but however he managed it, he just kept it out, and he was able to put it out over the inline, and once more, a chance. Now the accuracy was okay that time for Donny 9, the distance wasn't, so can he just now, just his third chance here to get a score from around the same distance. Waiting for him. Lifts again, he strikes it nicely again. It's swinging out to the left once more and just goes a bit wide. So Donny Nine just needs to get himself together and get going. As I said, it's probably very easy when you're up here and talking and looking down at it and saying, oh well, he should have got this and he should have got that. But the wind swells, the wind changes when you're in a stadium, and it takes a while to get into it and get the swing of it. Dennis Hurley can't get it. Gary Nagle does. Gary Nagle's trying to come as fast as Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington now trying to get it once more, moving in. Brian Sheehan over there. Dennis Hurley getting away from him. Charlie White is beaten this time. The ball was way down inside, and a little bit of holding and a little bit of pulling. I'm not sure which way the referee's going to blow that one, because I thought they were both holding, but it looks like he's giving it to who? The linesman has got it anyway. He's going placing it, and he's going giving it to Courcey Rovers. It's to be taken by that's the right half back, Brian Downey. So Brian Downey with this one high up into the air once more. Can the Courceys get up and get some kind of score from it? Diarmaid Cochran trying to get onto it, but he's beaten by Brian Sheehan. Brian drops it once more. This is Diarmaid Cochran. The last man was the number 10, Jamie Hayes. Another man with right hander. So it comes to Just Sweetman once more. Just Sweetman takes a shot, and Just Sweetman's shot goes out to left and wide. That's 3 wides now so far, I make it, for Courcey Rovers, and all these could count at the end of this game. But Just Sweetman breaking away, very good man to win the ball, very tall, very strong man, good man to break away with the ball, but unfortunately that time his finishing wasn't as good as his winning of the ball and making space for himself. Dennis Toomey goes very high, fetches that one nicely. His shot is half blocked down by Brian Sheehan, comes back as far as Ray Coleman. Ray trying to twist and turn, he's half hooked by Seamus Toomey. His shot goes into the middle. This is Brian Downing. Brian Downing's shot is also half blocked down, and there's fighting there between the two Blarney men because it comes to Simon O'Donoghue, and Simon O'Donoghue's shot goes out to the left again and one wide. So score still with 14, just 14 minutes gone. 5 points. And you hear the shout there, come on Courceys. And really, whatever it is, they're just not. The running, carrying the ball, which I see them doing, the moving it around between players, passing one to another, it's just not happening this afternoon. Maybe Blarney are not allowing it to happen, but it's not really coming together for them. A lovely little flick out at him by Charlie White out to Donald Crowley, and he sends in once more towards Just Sweetman. Ball breaks loose. Darren Murphy gets a touch and out again for another 65. And you can see all the pressure Courceys are putting on, but yet they're getting no return for it. Blarney came down, and the first few attacks, they got scores, and that's the difference at the moment. Courceys are not getting scores from their possession and their attacks. So they really would want to get some score on the board. Now Donny Nine here, this is his 4th attempt for around the same distance. Dropped one in which could have been a goal, and the other's just not too far wide whatsoever. So maybe he has the range now, but maybe all he wants to get just a little bit of accuracy, trying to allow for the wind properly and put this one over. Looks at it carefully, sends it high, it's looking better, it's looking straight, dropping out towards the right a little bit. Up goes Ray Coleman, gets a hand to it, breaks and flicked away once more by the cornerbacks, Dennis Buckley, and he sends it out, but there's a chance here. This one's coming in, and this one has gone over the bar. A very good score indeed. Scored by Donny Nine from out with 15.5 minutes gone. Donny Nine gets the score from play that he missed from the freeze earlier on. So he gets the opening score anyway for Courceys, and there's only 4 points. There's only a little pocket of ball between them at the same time, even though Blarney had most of the game. Courceys coming back into it really a little bit more, but they just need to get the scores. The ball comes out here, Charlie White now onto it. Charlie White, 3 Blarney men around him, 1, 2, 3, gets through them, kicks it. His shot is blocked down by Thomas Harrington. Back it goes, and it's cleared out by Michael Roach. Michael Roach, who's after coming on, starting the team here. This is the third cornerback that has stopped it for Courcey Rovers. This shot looks good once more for Simon O'Donoghue. Yes, to the right and wide. It looked, but it just took a tail at the end, and it goes right. As I said, Michael Roach is the third fella I seen starting here for them. First date was supposed to be Brian Donovan, but actually Brian Downey, or his first date was supposed to be Judd Donovan, I think. And next day Brian Downing came in, and now we have Michael Roach. So they're the people. Diarmaid Cochran over there trying to get it way past Ray Coleman. Ray Coleman winning a crack of the ash. Comes out, Seamus Toomey with it in his hand now. Little kick from Seamus, tries to get into space. A race on over here. The race is won by the number 5, that's Conor Manny. And Conor Manny is half hooked by Jamie Hayes. But out to Brian Sheehan, and Brian Sheehan sends Blarney once more into attack. Way off to the far side now. Coming out trying to get it is John O'Donoghue. John O'Donoghue whipping crackety ash. But Anthony Murphy gets away from him now. Anthony Murphy, can he get it up quick in his hand? He does. He's got 2 lovely points already. Looks up, looks over and sends this one out more to the right. No, I don't think it's kept in play. Indeed, by the full forward, Fintan Coleman, and it goes out and it goes wide. But Anthony Murphy proving to be a bit of a handful, and just, you can see, making a few adjustments to the camera up here to just try and get ourselves a bit more organised. It's pretty hard actually to see that top right hand corner up here with the camera due to the position of the bars and things. Anyway, back to this game. This is the number 7, Stephen O'Donoghue. Stephen breaking out. Maybe did he overplay it? The referee says no. Back and goes again, whipped on and cleared away by Brian Sheehan into attack along the ground. Coming out to meet it is the full forward Fintan. Fintan Coleman turns and takes a nice shot with straight into the hands of Michael Callahan. Oh, Michael Callahan with one of the forwards coming out from that time, clears the way down to the side of the field. This is Charlie White or Don Crowley, not sure one, but whichever one he sends into attack anyway. Coming off Donny 9, but Donny 9 this time is beaten by Dennis Buckley. But back it goes and it goes over the bar. A lovely shot indeed, it will score, and it's from Diarmuid Cochran, and Diarmuid Cochran with just over 18 minutes gone. Now, I make it 5 points to 2 points. Diarmuid Cochran, the man there, you see in the picture, the score of that one. Diarmuid seems to have moved out to centre forward for Courceys, and I'll try and follow the rest of the play as the game goes on. Back it goes, flicked away by Charlie White once more. Comes now fast Dennis Hurley, or Dennis temptation was too much for Dennis, and he put the hand down and picked it off the ground. And it's Donald Crowley who seems to be down there injured at the moment. Eddie Murphy is calling on assistance to Donald Crowley. Whatever it is, I don't know where he got the crack. There's nothing obvious. He's taken off the helmet anyway. So maybe it's the back of the head, is it? I'm not too sure, but this is a good afternoon for hurling. As I said, whatever breeze is blowing, it's favouring Courceys in the first half, and they're coming back more now to it. They're getting a few scores, and people have come here, and I'm sure a lot of these will also head off down to the Park Keefe to see the Senior Hurling Championship replay. But a lot of these people enjoying the sunshine at least. We don't get any days of sunshine this year particularly, and well, I'm sure these will enjoy it. Pams and everybody in it. But anyway, Don Crowley is up once more, helmet back on, and the game will resume. Eddie Murphy, I think he's awarding a free to be taken by Stephen O'Donoghue. I don't know if Stephen and Simon O'Donoghue are related from that, in the Blarney team. See there now, a bit of a problem with him in his own shadow, with a strong sun, a low sun. But this high ball is out towards the right. It's not going to go out, no. Couldn't keep it in play. Simon O'Donoghue had a chance there from Stephen O'Donoghue, couldn't play. There's the scoreboard. 5 points to 2, Courcey and Blarney. So Courcey Rovers still a goal down on 3 points, whichever way you like to put it, but that's all it is, one puck of a ball. They've done it before, can they do it again? Michael Callahan now. Michael with the puck out. Dropping right down midfield, trying to get to it, it's Thomas Hanton, but it's whipped away by Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle trying to change the wing. Anthony Murphy, John O'Donoghue breaks him down, that's not Anthony Murphy, that's the number 8, Pat Barry. No, Dennis is the other number 8, Dennis Toomey, Dennis on a sole run. Brian Sheehan stood his ground, but Dennis Toomey held up very well, and he sends this lovely ball in towards, oh, lovely score. Really, really nice score indeed from Dennis Toomey. With 20.5 minutes gone, 21 minutes now gone. There's only 2 points between the teams. So the first 10 minutes, really, or 12 minutes, belong completely to Blarney. But Courceys are coming more into it now, and they can just keep going this up. Well, really still anybody's game at this stage. Ball flicked out into the centre. Dennis Toomey once more. Dennis in 2-3 players, gets around, only half hits the shot, comes very close into the shadow here, and got in once more by Thomas Harrington for Blarney. Blarney now on attack. This is out to Svalston, full forward, who's gone out to the right corner forward, and maybe he's not maybe just drawing out DJ Riley, but either way, anyway, he puts it over the bar. And that was a good answer indeed from Blarney straight away to come up and get a score by the number 14, Fintan Coleman, and it's now 6 points to 3, so that's 3 points and 1 goal still between the teams. I often find that in a game, a team gets stuck behind another team with a certain score, and they just find it very, very hard to get away from that particular score. Anyway, back with this one. Charlie White. Was it chopped down, or wasn't it? But anyway, it comes to Dennis Hurley. Dennis trying to get with it, trying to move it a bit further. A little kick pass out as far as Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley hits it out to the left and hits it wide again. And Donald that time had just maybe a little bit enough time to maybe take his time. But again, I don't want to seem as if I'm criticising a player. Could have been Charlie Wake too, because Donald might be blaming him wrong. Anyway, Darren Murphy with the puck out for Blarney. Blarney still in the lead. Courcey Rovers still trying to bring it back. Ball breaks down towards the middle. Brian Sheehan coming onto it. Charlie White going tackling with him. Brian Sheehan still has it. Brian going through 1, 2, 3 players. And he's holding no chance here for this young player. And he hits it high and he hits it over the bar. 7 points to Blarney. 3 points to Courcey Rovers. And we have 22.5 minutes gone in the first half. Brian Sheehan, as far as I know, Brian is a Cork minor. Or played Cork minor at some stage anyway. Out it comes once more from Courcey Rovers off defence. Darren Murphy, Dermot Cochran. Dermot, as I said, who has moved out to the centre forward position, touching there. Donny Nine in there. Seamus Toomey also there. Now Donny tries to get it across, comes towards Charlie White. Charlie White's under a bit of pressure. Donald Crowley comes out. Now it's Dennis Hurley. Dennis Hurley will pass out as far as Donald. Donald Crowley hits this one high and he hits it in towards the goalkeeper, Phelan Kelly, watching all the way. And Phelan says, okay, that's going wide. And he lets it go out to the left and he lets it go wide. And just checking up on my facts there, that Brian Sheehan, who has been on the senior county panel for the last 2 years, and he was on the Cork Minor team which won the Munster Championship in 1990. So it was right, he had played with the Cork Miners at some stage, alright. Dennis Toomey that time is fouled and it's a free in to Courceys. Donny Nine coming out. Donny now with a chance to get his second goal of the match. He's got none from free so far this afternoon, which is one of his specialities, and he got a nice one from play. Chance here to cut it back more to a goal. Taking his time, making sure of it. It looks a nice one. It looks good from my angle up here anyway, and it's all the way over the bar. And another score for Donny Nine and for Courcey Rovers. Brings the score back now to 7 points for Blarney, 4 points for Courcey Rovers. And we have just over 24.5 minutes gone. Ball on the ground, breaking through. Blarney once more on attack. They came back last time and got a score straight away. We'll do the same now. It's breaking in towards middle, but Dennis Tull leads, but he shot his half blocked down. Now race on over here between Simon O'Donoghue and Michael Roach. Simon O'Donoghue has it in front of him. He's got it up with Tully. Can he get the cross in? Michael Roach trying to block it down, but he gets it in. It's a dangerous one right across the front of the square. Michael Lamb racing out after it. Also there's John O'Keefe. Outside him he's got John O'Donoghue. John O'Donoghue calling for it, but Michael Carlan says, I'll clear it myself, and he clears it way up and out of the line. It's a line ball to Blarney. Be taken over there by Stephen O'Donoghue. So Stephen O'Donoghue to take this line ball once more for Blarney. Stephen's shot comes in, picked up by Thomas Harrington, but he's under a little bit of pressure from Dermot Cochran. Dermot Cochran walking very, very far at the moment for Courcey Rovers. Eddie Murphy also in there in the thick of it. Eddie, want to be a bit careful there. And it comes now to Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley trying to get Courcey's into attack. This ball moves away out towards the corner. Who's out there for it? But it's the number 11, and that's Donald Coleman, who went back full back before the game even started. The shot goes out over the line, this line ball once more. As I said, Courcey Rovers get the opportunities, but they're not really doing what I've seen them do. Whatever it is this afternoon, I suppose sometimes you get days like that and you can't just stop yourself and can't get really motoring like you would like to get motoring. But this running and charging at the goals, they're not really getting it going. Anyway, Dennis Toomey with a chance here. Sideline cut. High, straight across. Oh, but Phelan Kelly read it very well, the goalkeeper for Blarney. Came out. He's under a little bit of pressure. He decides to kick it out. The referee says that he's overplayed it and he's awarding a free in to Courcey Rovers. So a chance more to pull back another point. And I make it 26.5 minutes gone. So
90C14076.
Somebody with a car in trouble there outside. It's nearly half time, so I suppose they might mind going out to move it. Anyway, 29. I'd say he'll probably go for his point here. There's a bit of injury there, I think, to Phelan Kelly. Yes, he seems to. That time when he came out, he was put under a bit of pressure, and it's quite possible that he came under some pressure enough to give him a bit of wind in a small bit. Eddie Murphy telling the Eddie from Douglas. As I said, I'm not sure if I was saying Bishopstown the last game or not. But anyway, 39, it's very hard on a free taker here now. He has to hang around, wait, try and keep his concentration up while he's waiting for the injury. And that's pretty hard. The only saving grace is it's 20 metre free now. I was going to say 21. Got to be with the days. But it's 20 metre free, and Donny has every chance here of putting this one over the bar because it's dead straight in front of the goals. Unless he might decide to go for a goal. And then he stops that with John Finton whenever the mood will take him. No, 29 says he's not going to try that. A point in the hand is better than a wishful for a goal. So with 27.5 minutes gone, the score of the last two scores from frees was 29, and the score now it's 7 points to 5, just 2 points between the teams. And we've coming up to almost 28 minutes gone. A good clean hurling game again. Actually this isn't as great so far that the games are good spring. Players trying their best, trying their hard. There's a little bit of pushing and heaving like that, but nothing serious. So John Donohoe went down, and John doesn't mind being fouled once it's just nice and light like that. Doesn't do him any real physical harm, and it's a free into them, and it gives them a chance with Brian Downing here to put Courceys into attack and maybe steal a goal and go into lead at half time. Brian studies himself, hits it high, it's dropping out towards the right a little bit, and he gets a touch onto it, but Fred Kelly he's designing it all the way. He's running into Dermot Cochran now, hits it, Dermot gets a touch, but it goes over Dermot unfortunately out, and it goes wide. So the forwards, full forward line are putting pressure on Phelan Kelly at the moment, but not getting the scores. That one went wide. I said Dermot Cochran coming onto it, but it just hit off and went out and wide. As this man, Dara Murphy for Blarney with the puck out. A lovely stick on there by Thomas Harrington for Blarney. The ball breaking inside once more. Samuel Donohoe, but it's John O'Donohoe, the man from the opposite team, from Courcey Rovers, gets out to his half-back, Dennis Hurley. Dennis Hurley, high, long clearance from Dennis, sends it away down into the stand side here, underneath us, into the shadows, and it's gone out of the line. It's the line ball once more to Blarney. Less than a minute to go, and I don't know of any real injury time much to be added on. Conor Maney. Con to take the sideline cut. Nice one indeed. Was straight to hand to Dennis Toomey. Dennis dropped it the first time, but he recovered very well. Tried to hand pass it inside Gary Nagle. Fails to do so. Now it's Gary Nagle trying to hand pass it. Got on by John O'Keefe a little bit, breaking into the centre. Coming out to try and get it is Finton Coleman. Finton is half blocked down. Now comes out to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe trying to get away from John O'Donohoe. He gets it past Michael Rhodes. In towards Simon O'Donohoe. Simon O'Donohoe running, breaking through. 3 Courcey players there. One catches and hangs on to his jersey. The referee says it's a free in. So a chance once more for Blarney to increase their lead. Coming up to half time. I make 30 minutes are gone. So it's all down out to what Eddie Murphy says. The scoreboard reads 7 points to 5. Simon O'Donohoe has an injury. Eddie Murphy tells him go off and be attended because he expects this one to go off. Oh, it's sharply hit by Anthony Murphy. And Mike Callahan alert indeed, and just as well he was. And he got it, and he gets it, and he clears it out. Maybe now that could be a very important miss before the game is over. Flicked on by one of the Courcey players. Got away out to the side of us again. Blarney back into attack once more. Coming out to pick it up now nicely. It's the number 10, Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle sending this one high in, much more dangerous. It breaks down into the hands of Finton Coleman. Finton Coleman takes a shot, but Finton Coleman puts it up to right and puts it wide. And some ladies up here sitting down, taking this nice autumnal sunshine. As I said, haven't seen much of it. A lot of them probably said didn't get a lot of tennis this year unless they would have to go out farming for it. Anyway, of course, ball breaks down. Charlie White, he's beaten by the other number 9, Thomas Harrington. Flicked away by Dennis Toomey. Into attack he comes, but grabbed inside and got and cleared out. I'm not sure which player that is. And then into attack they come. This comes to Simon O'Donohoe. He's robbed. Referee Eddie Murphy, at that time, John O'Donohoe and Simon O'Donohoe thought he was actually being called up for fouling, but it wasn't. It's that Eddie Murphy says that the game is over in the first half. So some men still in trouble with this car, and I'm making the score at half time. 7 points to Courcey Rovers, 5 points, or 7 points to Blarney and 5 points to Courcey Rovers. And Courcey Rovers came back well into the game, having had a very, very bad start, but they're still not playing or motoring the way I can see them playing before. And well, if they can get that in the second half, I think Blarney will have a handful for them. There's a check on the scoreboard. You can see it there now. 5 points for Courceys, 7 points for Blarney, and we'll be back with you very soon for the second half. Well, welcome back to the second half. Change, you can see that Gary Nagel has gone out centre field for Blarney. I'm not sure if there's any other switches or changes at half time, if there's any change in personnel or not. But the score, remember, half time is 7 points, Blarney 2 points up. John O'Donoghue has come out on centre back, what I can see. Don Quinn gone in corner for Courceys, and Thomas Harrington has reverted he's still where he was, it starts as centre forward. So we'll see if there's any other changes, any news that John O'Donoghue moved out to the back for Courcey Rovers. Now, in the last day against Castlelyons, actually they were 2-6 to 1-3 down and came back to win it in the end. And can they do the same here this afternoon? They're only 2 points down. There it goes anyway. The game is on again with more for Charlie White. No change in midfield for Courcey. Charlie trying to get a little flick on, trying to move into space. Dermot Cochran has come out to centre forward as well, I noticed, for Courcey Rovers. He came out earlier in the first half, but I wasn't too sure where he was playing. Listening to Just Sweetman trying to get inside here. Chance here for Just Sweetman. They can get a go from this and make a big difference. Turns, whips and has a great inside by Philip Kelly, but it's not so chat to the entry yet. But eventually, twice Philip Kelly and poor Just Sweetman. And it comes out to Donald Crowley, and Donald Crowley puts it over the bar for the opening score of the second half for Courceys. But Just Sweetman, really and truly, a man who gets so much ball, breaks through so good, but just doesn't seem to happen for him when he's trying to break through and get a goal. Well, we have just over 30 seconds gone, and there's only 1 point between the teams. Now, as I said, Courceys, the second half started, well, this could stand to them now, but they're playing against, the wind has come up a little bit stronger here in Park Urine since the start of the match, and it will be an added advantage, maybe not a great advantage, to Blarney in the second half. But Jamie Hayes caught and held, and it's a free in, and Jamie given out that time to Ray Coleman. I think, it's not, it's actually right half back, Conor Manny. But it's a chance here for Donny 9 to come up and put this one over the bar and get the equaliser. Donny took him a while to find his distance and accuracy in the first half, but once he did, well, he got the last two scores for Courceys. 3 altogether in the first half. The other one by the number 14, Dermot Cochran, the other one by Dennis Toomey. Hits it high and hits it straight and through and over the bar. And the equaliser with just little over a minute and a half gone in the second half. And that's scored by Donny 9 once more from a free. And he's 4 points of the game now. As I said earlier on in the game, Donny specialises in free taking, and he wasn't proven me right at the beginning of the game, but he is now, because that's a very good score and a very important one. The teams are level once more. Dennis Toomey breaks loose, trying to get it, trying to clear away. It's Charlie White. Charlie White up as far as Dermot, but Dermot is beaten this time. But it comes back to Charlie White once more. Charlie White being followed by Pat Barry. Gets in as far as Seamus Toomey. Seamus Toomey on a run. Outside him he's got Donald Crowley. But inside to run in his own. Seamus Toomey here with a chance here. Coming off to McDonald Murphy. Little hand pass over. No, this is a chance for Donny 9. If he can just get a shot. But oh, it goes over the bar. Half blocked down by one of the Blarney backs as he got to it. And for the first time, gone into the lead with his 5th point of the game. Indeed, 2.5 minutes gone. And Donny 9 getting his 5th point of the match. It's now 8 points to 7 points in favour of Courceys. So Courceys getting a good start to the second half. Out it goes towards Gary Nagel. He's got midfield now for Blarney. Putting one hand at it on the Hurley, Donald Crowley. Well, one hand on the Hurley, one hand at the back. That always gives a free. Looking over here at the substitutes bench. And the mentors, of course, over there as well. I don't remember them all, but I know there's John O'Brien there. I think it's Bill O'Reilly, Derry Crowley. You know, names come to mind. I know John Quinn was secretary there, but he didn't watch the game because it comes back here. A chance was more. Flinton Coleman bats it across over. Comes out as far as this is Brian Sheehan, and Brian Sheehan puts it wide. I remember meeting, of course, the PRO, Noreen Quinn as well. And I think, can't remember what Noreen said was the chairman was Neely Collins. So if I'm not writing the names or calling the wrong names, I apologise, lads. This comes to Michael Callahan with a puck out. Now, can he get a good into the puck out this time? No, the wind holding it just that little bit. Breaks down the middle. Hit away by Gary Nagel. Gary Nagel for Blarney. Kicked it in front of him. Bring it with him. He's been followed by Charlie White. No answer, it's in Sully. Charlie has it. Charlie just a little bit casual about that one, and it comes to Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington also half hits it, and it comes out to Dennis Toomey. Comes out of him. Holly goes away from now. Dennis on the run. Dennis moving away. Thomas Harrington coming after him. Dennis on a solo run. Good speed, good skill, and he gets a nice ball in. Even though it's half blocked down, and a chance here. Oh, nearly fell off the roof. Excuse us. It comes in to Dermot Coughlin gets to 29. 29 with a chance here to get equalised with more. Or get another score for himself. Goes off at the Hurley of the number 3. That's Raymond Coleman. I think Raymond seems to have moved. Oh no, he's not. It's just that he's very far back. Raymond is still a centre back, because I see Dolan still inside there wearing number 11. And just to score, 8 points to Courceys, 7 points to Blarney. And a chance here for 29 to get another score on the board for himself and for Courcey Rovers. Dead centre on the 65. Almost a goal could have come from that one. We've coming up to just 5 minutes gone. So can he increase Courcey's lead? It's against the wind a little bit this time now, so we'll just have to wait and see. High he goes. It's fairly straight. Looks good to me from here. And yes, it's gone over the bar. So another point for 29. 9 points to 7. Now there's 2 points for lead. Good puck out by Donald Murphy. Yeah, the wind is really carrying it down now. Breaks to Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington on his own run, trying to get away from John O'Donoghue. John O'Donoghue, well, the referee says play on. John O'Donoghue is under pressure now himself from Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle floats a nice high dangerous ball into around the square. Blocked downside by Fintan Coleman. Comes out towards Simon O'Donoghue. Simon O'Donoghue has been followed over there by Michael Roach. Gets a shot in towards Michael Callahan. Michael Callahan has it, caught it up, but just to get it safe, he had to go over the line, and it's a 65 once more to Blarney. And looking across at the nice new building over there where they actually have the county draw. It's the county officers, draw officers. And Brian Sheehan to take this one. Brian with a Munster medal with Cork Miners. Straight out, dropping in, it drops in towards Michael Callahan. It's a little flick in from the number 13. Or it's not, is it? Who are they? We look back there and I see who you are. I think it's the number 13 anyway, which is Anthony Murphy. Maybe he's had to turn off the helmet. Yes, Anthony Murphy putting that one. He got a couple of nice points in the front. And that probably is one of the most important scores. Just dropped into it. He was in the right place at the right time and flicked it in. And now Blarney back in the lead once more. Got in this time, and Courcey Rovers are going to be under a little bit of pressure now because they had the start and they went ahead, but they left them back in for a goal. Ball bouncing around loose. It's with Brian Sheehan now. Brian Sheehan, the pace of the game has upped a little bit once more. Back in it goes once more. Back down by Fintan. Fintan out towards Simon O'Donoghue. Simon O'Donoghue turning, sending this one out to left and sending it wide. So the score of that one was Anthony Murphy. And he also got 2 points in the first half. Doesn't look like Anthony Murphy to me, tell you the honest goodness truth. So it doesn't look like the same man. I was calling Anthony Murphy in the first half anyway. Maybe the help makes a difference. Out it comes anyway once more. Seamus Toomey trying to get through there. Ray Coleman with him. On the ground, Ray Coleman. Pat Barry trying to get it up in his hand. He's been watched by Dermot Coughlin. Pat Barry under pressure but still gets his shot in. It breaks down towards John O'Donoghue. Thomas Harrington out. Thomas Harrington from Blarney. Blarney on the move. Blarney won their division very, very easy indeed. They won, I was it 32 points to 8 points or something, and 31 points of that came from play. Only 1 point from a free in the Mid-Cork final. So they obviously have the skill of putting the ball between the posts. And running repairs for Brian Sheehan's Hurley down here. And unfortunately, I hate saying it because I know the player doesn't intend it, but if you have to do that, this is quite a dangerous Hurley, and things I shouldn't be low because if it's cut, a fella could tear him. Anyway, Brian Sheehan. Brian Sheehan hits this one. It's going way out to the right and it goes wide, and maybe this could be a costly one for them because we have 8.5 minutes gone and I make it 9 points to 1-7, so only a point of difference between them. Mike Callahan changing sides this time for the puck out. I said the wind just holding his shots, not giving us more in the puck out in this half. Batted down once more. Comes Thomas Harrington. He's under pressure from John O'Donoghue. John pressurising him well, getting away. Just a little fluke away and eventually drives it on into attack for Courcey Rovers. Charlie White, little push in the back from Gary Nagle, and it's a free. And Courcey now with a chance again to get the equaliser himself. Eddie Murphy underneath us here. Eddie leaves the ball to number 5, Brian Downing. Brian played very, very well in the 2 previous games that I filmed for Courcey Rovers. Since this one in, breaking down, comes out and picking it up. It's Brian Sheehan. Brian Sheehan working tirelessly indeed for Blarney at the moment, and at the moment they seem to need it because they're under a bit more pressure than normal. Brian Downing leaves that one out of line to line boil, and you can just see the iron bar just here that I'm kind of hanging on to way up here on top of this roof. Charlie White to take it. Charlie, not a really good one, but it goes into place anyway at the same time. Inside there, watch again, is Brian Sheehan. Brian Sheehan is nicely hooked by Just Sweetman. It's Seamus Toomey. A ball not being cleared by anybody. It's on the ground. The referee goes in and he decides to throw the ball in. And he's taking Seamus Toomey's name. No, I don't really know what it was from. Maybe it was something was said or something, but I didn't see anything really untoward, as you might hear what people say sometimes. So, anyway, either way, it's a free out to Blarney to be taken by Conor Manny, the right half-back. So, Conor Manny home to Blarney back into attack once more. Using the wind. Up Conor, grabbed by Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle with John O'Donoghue. Gary kicking away out, trying to make space for himself. Way out towards the far side on the 45 line. John O'Donoghue comes in. John gets a little kick in the leg, but bravely out. A very strong, brave player this is. And he gets it and wins and sends it way up the wing once more for Courceys into attack. Out comes out Darren Murphy. Darren Murphy is under a bit of pressure. It comes out to Donald Crowley. Donald flicks it into slow one into his forward, into Just Sweetman. Just Sweetman trying to get away from the corner back. That's Dennis Buckley. Dennis winning it on, but again just fighting very hard for it. Now comes to Seamus Toomey. Seamus on another run. Tries to swing his hurl. He can't get it. Ray Coleman in there as well. Ray Coleman clears it out now for Blarney. Come right underneath us. Here's Brian Sheehan is robbed by Dennis Toomey. Dennis drops out of his hand, just couldn't control it. And Brian Sheehan trying to get away, but Charlie White caught. It's not Charlie White. It's Brian Downey comes to him, but the whistle is gone and it's a free. Dennis Toomey says, I did nothing anyway. But either way, Brian Sheehan is staying down. Eddie Murphy is taunting Dennis Toomey, but well, I didn't see anything. And there's more running repairs being done down there by the corner back Dennis Buckley on Brian Sheehan's hurley. As I said previously, you know, these should be all done beforehand. Or it's on his own hurley, I'm not sure which hurley, but if there's little nails sticking out, they can be quite dangerous. Doesn't have to be very hard bang to draw blood. Anyway, this is the number 7, Stephen O'Donoghue. Stephen O'Donoghue floats it high, dangerous right out around the middle. Hands, hurley, sticks, go up for it. Over after it's Anthony Murphy. Flicked out. Comes out now as far as Gary Nolan. Well read inside indeed by Michael Callahan. And Michael Callahan gets it out as far as his cornerback Michael Roach. Michael Roach left-handed clears out a little bit further. But once more it comes to Gary Nolan. Gary will be at the range. This time he sends us out towards the left and Michael Callahan watching all the way and it goes wide. And of course Mike Callahan is one of the players who actually played back in '83. When Courceys were beaten by Carrigaline in the semi-final of the South East Cork. And also on the team that day with DJ O'Reilly, the full back, Doran Quinn, the centre back, Gerard Sweetman, the corner forward, and Donny Nine, the other corner forward. And Kevin Hannon, of course, one of the substitutes. They all played back, so they're 10 years, so plenty of experience in these players. Now comes over Seamus Toomey, was batted up by Ray Coleman, out to Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington well hooked indeed by Doran Crowley. Seamus Toomey, little touch with the one hand, tries to get to Dennis Toomey. Dennis didn't get to it. He does the second time. He gets in out towards Doran Crowley. Ball very slow coming out of the air there to Doran Crowley. Doran trying to turn and get away from Conor Manny, floating it in towards Dermot Cochran. Or Jamie Hayes it is. Jamie Hayes has gone into the corner on Darren Murphy. Jamie Hayes won it eventually. Sends a low ball right across, but it's kept in by Donny Nine, but got inside and cleared out by Dennis Buckley, the cornerback from Blarney. Breaking onto the middle, comes out to Brian Sheehan. Brian Sheehan now won away by Dennis Hurley there. Dennis not seen a lot of the ball this afternoon. Ball just seems to not be going his way, and sometimes in the game we see that happens. And as I said, I think he's an extremely good half-back. Looking across into the few of the people on the far side again, and the Courceys dugout. And they're getting the substitutes ready over there to come on. It looks like it as if they are. Conor Manny out the line ball for Blarney. I make it coming up to just 14 minutes gone in the second half. Game gets exciting in patches, and this could be one of the patches because there's all run on here once more. Stopped by Brian Sheehan that time was Charlie White. Brian Sheehan goes back, wins it himself, and clears it out once more for Blarney. Into the hands of Dennis Toomey from midfield. Dennis floats a high one up. He got a lovely score in the first half. He comes in toward 29 and can he bat it down? He does. Breaking into the middle. Downey gets a swing. Oh, a little touch away at the right moment. Indeed by one of the corner back, but it comes out as far as Dermot Cochran. He puts it over the bar for another score. His second score of the game. 14.5 minutes gone in this second half. And Dermot Cochran getting his second score and makes it now the score of 1-7 to 10 points. So Courcey Rovers have come level once more. And here comes the substitute on. It's number 18. That's John Murphy. Is replaced. So Jamie Hayes been told, well done, you tried your best, that's all you can do. When he came on in the game, the first round replay against Castlemaine, he played very, very well in the park last Sunday. But as I said, some days the ball doesn't just run your way. Seems to be another change in the Blarney team as well. I'm not too sure, but coming on anyway, it's the number 17 for Blarney, and that's Ian O'Riordan. So Ian O'Riordan for Blarney and John Murphy for Courcey Rovers. The other substitute changes. Got him cleared out by Charlie White once more. Charlie White's ball coming into the shadow on either side to get a just sweepman, tussling very hard with Dennis Buckley. Dermot Cochran trying to pick it up. Coming into 2 men in the green helmets for Blarney there. That's Stephen Dunno, but didn't get it because it goes in now as far as Donald Coleman. Donald Coleman back in full back position from the start of this game, wearing it for Blarney, and it's down breaking around the square and got eventually cleared out from the Courceys in towards Seamus Toomey. Seamus now on another run. He did a couple of solo runs in the game and put a lot of pressure, but the referee says that Brian Sheehan chopped down on him. Well, he didn't, that's debatable, I think, but the referee says he did, and that's what counts. Maybe it was for the hand in the back, of course. Up here I'm only guessing why Eddie Murphy blew the whistle. But so far he's refereed a couple of games I've seen him referee this year. I've seen done a few of them actually, and he's refereed them quite well. But again, I'll be honest, they've been good, clean games of hurling. And remember, this is the semi-final stage of the county championship, and of course, naturally, there's a lot of tension down there, there's a lot of pressure. When you get to this stage, you always feel, well, like, you know, it's probably one of the worst stages to lose a championship at is the semi-final stage. You're just one game away from making the final. An injury there to one of the Blarney players, and again, while that's happening, we take a quick look through the crowd. Maybe there's a few faces there, you know. Good support here this afternoon. Remember, there's a good crowd also in the stand underneath us, as well as the people standing overtaking the sunshine. Watching Donny Nynan here. Donny walking around, trying to keep his concentration going. I remember in the first half I said the same thing, he had to wait for another injury to the goalkeeper, and he actually put that one over the bar, no problem to him. Bit of running repairs there again. A young fellow over there sitting in the middle of the crowd there, just relaxing, enjoying the sunshine, as I said. Some of the people moving up towards the top of the bank, maybe there are people from Bilgooley, Ballygibler match who just stayed on to watch so much of this match, and to actually the number 3, Raylan Coleman, that time, who had the injury. Well, did Donny Nynan keep his concentration walking around there? Now, can he put this one over the bar once more and give the lead to Courceys? We're coming up to 18 minutes of the second half. Studying it very carefully. Strikes it nicely as well, and it looks, yes, good and straight and true and over the bar. So Donny Nynan getting his third score from frees, and he got one from play in this second half. So we now have the score 11 points to Courcey Rovers, 1-7 to Blarney. Can Courceys hold it? Comes to Seamus Toomey. Seamus just couldn't get it off to him. Now comes to Dennis Toomey. Oh, chopped down that time by Ray Coleman. And, you know, unfortunately, that is a sign of a player that has been frustrated. He got an injury himself just a few minutes ago, less than a minute ago, really, and came back, and once the ball came to him, he just overreacted, really, into just not being cool. That's literally what I would say, to put it down to him. Anyway, the referee is going taking his name. I don't know if he put him off or not. I hear games, you hear people shouting, take him off, but sometimes getting a player put off from the other team doesn't always work for you, because the 14 remaining will seem to be able to up their games that little bit. They also create space around the forward line for the forwards to run at the backs, so having a player off doesn't necessarily always mean it's to your advantage. But here goes Donny Nynan with a chance to He's already had 7 points. So now, can he get his 8th point for Courcey Rovers and increase their lead? They're leading by 1 point. Just over 19 minutes gone. Drops this one in short, putting Diarmuid Coughlin side, but Ray Coleman gets out. Just Sweetman trying to get it as well. He's blocked, stopped, is back and got by Donald Coleman. He's hooked away from him by the substitute that came in. That's number 18, John Murphy. Racing out to now is Donald Murphy and John Murphy. And Donald Murray, I should say, not Murphy. And he gets it away up. The referee blows the whistle once more. I'm not too sure what Eddie blew that one for. And it's a free to Courcey Rovers. Just not getting away from Blarney, even though they're in the lead at the moment. Can they get something from this free? It's dropping high in around the square anyway. Some big men inside there, can they get it? The big man is man. He touches on the ground. Referee says play on. Diarmuid Coughlin with it. Diarmuid, Ray Coleman pulling very hard inside. Diarmuid pushing in, hooking it away a little bit. Comes out now as far as Stephen O'Donoghue. Stephen just a bit half hooked, but he still gets a good clearance in. Way down to the centre. John O'Keefe now trying to get it in a bit further. Blocked, half blocked by Charlie White. Or Brian Downing it is. And it's cleared away out by John O'Donoghue. A good strong clearance from John O'Donoghue. And back in attack again. But it's broken up once more because it comes now as far as Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington's shot, half blocked down by Dennis Toomey. His Holly is also broken. And into attack come Blarney. This is a chance here once more for Anthony Murphy. And Anthony Murphy sends it high and sends it over the bar. The equaliser once more from Anthony Murphy. With just coming up to 21 minutes of the second half gone. It is 1-8 to 11 points. Or 11 points each if you want to break it down. But it is these all square once more. Little flick on by Charlie White. Thomas Harrington now racing back with Seamus Toomey coming to him. But Thomas Strong gets that one back into attack once more for Blarney. Grabbed inside and caught and held, and also held was Brian Sheehan by John O'Donoghue, said referee Eddie Murphy, and it's a free in once more. To be taken by Simon O'Donoghue, the number 15. Simon's shot has gone over the bar. And now Blarney go into the lead once more with that one from a free by the number 15, Simon O'Donoghue. And I make it just 21, almost 22 minutes gone. Can Courceys come back once more and tie up this game? Ball breaks loose. It's grabbed over there by John Murphy. He passing towards Seamus Toomey. Seamus' shot breaks away out a little bit to this side. Can they come? This again is John Murphy. John Murphy running everywhere, trying to get involved in the game. But it's number 15, Simon O'Donoghue, who seems to have moved outfield now for Blarney, getting him once more and sending it back into attack for them. It breaks into the centre. Trying to get it out and get it away. I'm not sure who that Courcey player is. I think it's number 5, Brian Downing. He might have changed sides. John O'Donoghue. John runs into Gary Nagel. Coming out there also John O'Keefe. Yes, I hit him my shoulder, says John O'Keefe, but well, the rules state you can only hit him shoulder to shoulder, or hit him exactly shoulder to shoulder or shoulder to chest. Debatable. Depends probably which team you're supporting. But John O'Donoghue, he's a tough player. He'll get up, he'll be fine. And once more, attacking come Courceys. This one is dropping in towards the square. Phelim Kelly has a chance here once more for Courcey Rovers. They can get it in touch to it. A lot of players around it. Phelim Kelly hooks it out again. Another good goalkeeper. Under pressure that time, but gets it out. And well, that time I said thought it was going to be cleared, but it's not by Ian O'Riordan. He pulled back across the square once more. It comes fast Dennis Buckley. Dennis Buckley, the corner back now with it, followed by Diarmuid Coughlin. Dennis running away out with it. Coming to him is John Murphy, but he still gets his clearance out as far as Gary Nagel. And Gary's shot breaks down in around the centre. John O'Donoghue trying to keep Brian Sheehan under wraps out there, but it's coming in once more. Danger here once more for Courcey Rovers. It's got away a little bit out as far as Anthony Murphy. Quite accurate when he gets the ball up into his hands. And again comes Blarney. This shot is sent across the square. Got into the hands of Fintan Coleman, and Fintan Coleman turning and puts it out to the right and puts it wide. 23.5 minutes gone in this game. Little bit of excitement. It's hotting up a wee bit. Like Cannon. Just a point in the difference. Can he get a long one down? Get his forwards moving. Out towards Charlie White once more with Gary Nagle. Charlie just couldn't control in his hand, and it's Gary Nagle now who has it. Gary right in front of his own substitute bench. Hits this one high. It's looking good from that angle. Yes, it is indeed. Over the bar. And you can hear there plenty of cheering from the Blarney people that time. As that one went over the bar now, it's one goal and 10 points to 11 points in favour of Simon O'Donoghue with Dennis Hurley. Ball comes to Charlie White. Charlie White, high tackle there from Stephen O'Donoghue. Charlie tries to kick it. A lot of Blarney men around now. Blarney, Courceys at the stage. Back with Simon O'Donoghue. Simon will pass back out as far as Dennis Buckley. He's cornerback. He's been harassed by Dermot Cochran, but he gets as far as Thomas Harrington anyway. Thomas Harrington, number 9, sends this one into attack once more. And they're quite dangerous. Blarney when the ball comes in. Brian Sheehan gets a little touch to it. He gets in as far as Anthony Murphy. He is very dangerous. Running, bouncing in. But Mike Callahan sees it, reads it, and he gets it. He gets passed out to John O'Donoghue. No, he does. John, under a bit of pressure, clears that one out to the middle of the field, but it comes out again once more to Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington, shot is also half blocked down. The referee says, come on, play on. As to Dennis Hurley now, Dennis picking up. The game, as I said, is livening up these last few minutes. Going way over to the far side towards John Murphy. John Murphy tussling over there, but it's picked up by Ray Coleman. Ray Coleman with it. Ray gets out as far as Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle, the score of the last point. Oh, getting away, trying to get after him. It's Dermot Cochran. But Gary Nagle on a run. Got a bit of speed, got the skill, and got it over the bar. Another good score from Gary Nagle, and now Blarney are beginning to put the pressure on Courcey Rovers to 11 points. So one puck of the ball still only between the teams there, a goal. Lovely sunshine here, great afternoon for hurling. Enjoyable enough game. Maybe not as exciting to me, well maybe it's because I knew Castle Lyons as well, I would have to admit, but not really as exciting hurling as we had in the last 2 games in the park, but exciting enough. Oh, that time, yes, I thought Dennis Toomey came in very, very strong indeed. And to number 8, Pat Barry, but the referee says play on anyway. And it comes to Gary Nagle. Gary Nagle with it, sending Blarney once more into attack. Out towards Fintan Coleman. Fintan under a bit of pressure from DJ Riley. He leaves it and gets out to Brian Downing. Brian Downing clears it out a little bit. There's a man running on the field there to check the Blarney player, but it goes out to Anthony Murphy anyway. In the meantime, Anthony Murphy takes a lovely shot, and my, that's a lovely point. A lovely score indeed. So, as you often hear the old game, the insurance point, well, maybe that's it, because it's now 112 to 11 points in favour of Blarney. And I'm not sure, I think that's Thomas Harrington down there, to the Pat Barry or Thomas Harrington, I'm not sure which one of them. I can't see the number from here. And he got a nice chest into the chest, a nice shoulder into the chest, right, and I'm sure he's probably feeling a wee bit of the pain right down there. Bit winded more than anything else, I'd imagine. But looks like at this stage with 27, just over 27 minutes gone, that unless Courcey Rovers just get the running look, get the right bounce of the ball, which is possible, as I said, it's only 2 pucks. There's a goal and a point between the teams. It doesn't matter which one comes first. A score is all important for Courceys now, just to get back into this game. Blarney playing very, very well around the half-forward line, very good. Mike Callahan waiting, ultimately trying to get the game on. He knows that the pressure is on to get up and get a score. So we have just about 2 minutes to actually go in the game. There might be a small bit of injury time. Comes to Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey now, can he do something with this one? Get it into attack at least, get it into the forward. No, back there are the number 10 and the number 6, Gary Nagle and Brian Sheehan, both playing in midfield. And it's Gary Nagle getting away from John O'Donoghue. John has discarded his helmet, and he sends this one dangerous in once more, but goes out to the right and it goes wide. Mike Callahan wasting no time now. This Toomey just gets a little touch to it. Charlie White can't. It's Ray Coleman has it. Ray Coleman trying to break away now with it. Got it in. Yes, he gets a little touch to it and sends it on in as far as Dennis Hurley though. Dennis trying to get out now, under pressure from 2 players. The referee says he overplayed it. He tried to charge through it, and it's a free down to Blarney. Come back a little bit with it. There's no rush by it there. And you see a little shot there of the camera person up on top of the stand, the shadow of the sun. As well as you see Stephen O'Donoghue. Stephen O'Donoghue sends this one into attack once more for Blarney. John O'Keefe with it now. John's shot is half blocked down. There's a lot of pressure on side there on Donald Quinn, and it's John O'Keefe who has it. John couldn't pick it the first time. Back it comes as far as Anthony Murphy. Anthony Murphy is shot way across out towards the centre here, comes out to Gary Nagel once more. Gary Nagel under pressure from Dennis Toomey, but he still gets his shot in. A dangerous one in around the square, but out it goes, and it goes wide once more. Again, Michael Callan won't waste much time whatsoever in this stall. Gets it out, way out. Grabbed out there. Now, maybe Thomas Harrington was fouled the first time, but I think that time his acting was superb. I think in another court you call it a dive. That game was played a lot here before we said it became Christian Ring Park, when it was known as Straw Lodge, and the likes of Cork Hibs used to play here. Anyway, Brian Sheehan with this one. This will be the killer one, because they need 2 goals to win it if this goes. It comes out to Anthony Murphy once. Oh, a lovely little flick on by Anthony Murphy and over the bar. A very good score taker is this man, Anthony Murphy. I make it just over the 30 minutes now. And it's 113 to 11 points. So at this stage, I think Courcey Rovers will have to say goodbye to the county championship and wait till next year again. Win their South East Division. Oh, nicely kept in by John Murphy there. They have a good blend of young players and new players, and the young players will learn a lot from this year. And John Murphy, maybe he's going to put a light to me. Maybe they're going to get a goal. Will they have time to get a second one though? In towards the end, but it can't get it. Whipped on in by Charlie, but it goes wide. No, it doesn't have the deflection. It goes out for a 65. I'm just saying, maybe I'm a bit previous, but 2 goals at this stage would be a little bit of a miracle. But miracles do happen. But Courcey themselves should be up taking this. They should be getting that ball and taking it as quick as possible and putting it in, because the time, we're at 1 minute of the time at the stage now, and there wasn't that much injury time really. Dennis Hurley with it. Dennis to drop it in. Floats it high and easy. It's going to drop short. Hurley's go for it. Hands go for it. Whipping on it. Got out once more by Just Sweetman off of one of the backs, and it's another 65. So his Hurley also was broken inside there. So he knew Hurley anyway. There's the score, 11 points to 113. And again Dennis Hurley. Dennis now a little bit more urgency this time on us. Almost 2 minutes added on. This one is going to drop short as well. Nicely in. It's 100. Yes, there is. It's Ray Corman from Blarney, and Ray clears it out to the side of the field. Racing out after Brian Sheehan. Doubles on it, sends it way up into attack once more for Blarney. As I said, now it looks like as if it is gone, but Brian Downing there pulling it very hard. It goes. John O'Keefe doesn't mind anything at all now, just to pass away and waste a little bit of time. And it's gone out over the line. It's the line ball once more to Courcey Rovers. Donald Quinn gets it in as far as Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey now on the run. Time for Dennis now to deliver the ball in. Drops out his hand, picks up nicely first time, second time, and gets it back in as well. In towards the corner. Flicked away out from Dorney 9 and loses Hurley, they can't get it. And you can see the crowd now all starting to move away here from Park Urine. As I said, maybe a lot of them heading off down to the park for the game after. Diarmuid Cochran once gets across the middle, but Eddie Murphy blows the whistle. It's all over. In the hands there of Thomas Harrington, the number 9, who played the centre forward for Blarney throughout, and disappointment for Courcey Rovers, the South East representatives, as the Mid Cork representatives go into the final to meet the winners of Glen Rovers from the city and Kilworth from North Cork. So the Blarney hold very well. On a dry day like today, I'm sure it would suit them. I'm sure that against either Kilworth or the Glen, that they will fight a very tough and very strong team. If the weather gets bad and heavy going, then maybe Blarney might have a problem. But in Anthony Murphy, the top scorer this afternoon, they have a very good score taker, and he definitely did the job for them. For Courcey Rovers, well, I enjoyed watching them hurling the last few games, the last few Sundays. They kept me occupied, and it was very nice, entertaining hurling games. And I wish them well for the coming year in the South East Division, and look forward to maybe seeing them again next year in the County Championship. From us, Barry Beauty Productions, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.